Hello, good evening everybody, or good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is our Law of Attraction Hangouts that we have every Thursday at 9 o'clock UK time. So guys, tonight our topic is create the life that you want to live. Okay, so you know, what do you want to create in your life? You know, if I had to ask you this question, if I had to say to you, you had the money already in your possession, okay, you had a limited supply of money, what would you be doing with your life? Think about that. What would you do? You know, where would you go? What would you build? Okay, so maybe get a piece of paper and do this exercise after we finish this Law of Attraction Hangout, and think, you know, if you had an unlimited supply of money, what would you be doing right now? Because, you know, a lot of times people, especially young people, are at school, and they're trying to figure out what careers to do and what to do, and, you know, the most important thing is you want to do something that makes you happy, okay? Something that excites you, because you don't want to go through life doing something that you don't like doing just for the sake of paying your bills, you know, because it's a never-ending circle, because you will keep doing that until you die one day. So find something that you're passionate about, find something that you enjoy doing, and go for that. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I tell you now, life is short, and and especially when you're young, you know, if you are just 16 now or 20 years old, you know, you can try different things, because failing is not a bad thing. You know, if you try something and you don't succeed the first time, that you can learn from those experiences, and especially if you're young. You know, nowadays entrepreneurs, and especially the internet, young people are becoming very successful at a young age because they don't give up. You know, they like startups. They create a startup that didn't work. They try something different. And also what's important is also to be surrounded by a group of people, your mastermind, surrounded by a group of people that don't just tolerate you, but celebrate you. You know, go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. Okay, remember that one. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Because I tell you, you know, anything is possible when you've got enough people saying, Jacob, you can do it. You're making progress. David, you're doing great. You know, what happens if you get people that say, David, you know, you're rubbish. You're not very good at that. I mean, what is that? That's not encouragement. You know, so hang around with people who encouragement, who encourage people. I actually did a bit of research on the internet about digital nomads. Jacob, have you heard about digital nomads?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. There's hubs in London where young people, young, old, whatever, that doesn't just mean young people. It's a hub where people go and they get internet connection and they can work. But the whole thing about it is there's a lot of people who work from home, but it's very isolated when you work from home. There's no motivation. But these digital hubs, digital nomad hubs, are people who are working on IT projects, they're working on development projects, they're working on their own business, they've got their own website, and they all get together in this hub. And they all work on their own projects, but they're all together, like minds, and then they can change ideas, but they are all working on separate projects.
It's like big office.
Yeah, it's like
but
a big office.
Is their own boss, yeah.
Yes, it's a big office, but everybody's their own boss. and it's called Digital Nomads. You can Google it. You can find there's quite a few offices in London. It's a great place, especially for entrepreneurs, especially for people like myself and Jacob. We run affiliate programs on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, what could not much better than staying at home and being isolated, and actually going into these digital nomads and offices and actually learning from other people, and then getting interaction and getting motivated to do more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my introduction for tonight so far. I'm excited, as you can see. I'm pumped, and I've got Jacob. He's gonna light the fire. I'm sure he's got some good good stuff. So Jacob, that was enough for me. Now it's your chance.
Yeah. Thanks, David. What you said on the beginning, it was really, really good. Well, whole was good, but I want to start from the beginning. I think that's the best. What you will do if the money will be not an object? You know, you have unlimited supply of money. But also, I will add what you will do if the time will be not an object. You have lots of time. You don't worry about the time, and because sometimes, you know, we are in the society where success is only sort of going with the money, but people are successful in their life, and they are not millionaires. They have okay money. They can live good life, but what is most important is they achieve their dreams in intellectual, or maybe they learn different language, maybe they have a beautiful garden and they go there and they spend time, you know, their free time there. And that's where all is. Find something what interests you. That's maybe nothing to do with the money. Or maybe, you know, I remember when I was sort of finishing school and I had to decide what I want to do in my life, what college to take. And I just knew I want to be a carpenter. It was, and when I spoke with my mom sort of 2 weeks ago, when the offer of taking over the joinery and carpentry shops came in live, and she said, like, you know, you knew when that was when I was sort of 14. I knew I want to be a carpenter. When if you ask kids now, oh, I have a daughter, and I said, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know. and people don't know that, and young people don't know what they want to do. And I knew, and I went to school. I was a carpenter. I had then my own shop in Poland. I closed. I came to London, and you know, had the jobs mostly on the building side, doing carpentry on the building side. And now, you know, after when I finished school, that say 19, 18 years ago, all my education on the carpentry, now I have a proposition to take over two working, you know, quite big workshops, sort of small factories, you know, where they produce furniture, they produce windows, doors, stairs, all sorts of kind of things which to do with wood. And I never thought about this. You know, for last 2 years when I was, you know, thinking what to do next and all, I said to myself, and this is even better, I said to myself and to friends, because they always ask me, why are you not open here, you know, carpentry, you're good and you can do it. So like, I don't want to open and start from the beginning, because on the beginning is too much hassle. I just don't want to. I don't want to go to the clients and talk to them and do the job for them and collect money. I just don't want to do all that exercise. And now this came up. There is 14 people working in that workshops, and I will not start from the beginning. It is really, really interesting when when you have some, because that's what I had when I was young. I knew what I want to do. Then in my life there was the stage where I wasn't a carpenter. I didn't did that, but now I'm coming back to it. You know, that's where when life goes different ways, but then you still go to that one dream you had before. Now, saying that, there's other side of this. When you get older, you get wiser. Well, you should get wiser. Not everyone does, but you should. And your dreams change. And that is a fantastic opportunity for you to, I'm 39 now, and I have other dreams. They are getting bigger and bigger. I want to. Okay, I live on an island in UK. That was the last time I said to someone, I want to live on an island. So like, yeah, but you kind of living on one? I was like, oh yeah, okay, no, I want to live on the hot island with the good weather. That's sometimes you need to be a bit more specific, because I already live on an island and I achieved my dream. Okay, then I need some island with good weather, hot weather for most of the year. But when I had that dream, the carpentry came up, and you could say, oh, come on, this happened, I was dreaming on something else. But there is the journey. I maybe said, okay, I want to go now, but I wasn't ready, or I know financially or emotionally, I don't know, I wasn't ready. And now I have this carpentry stuff where 3-5 years time I need to work on it. But the money are much bigger than I'm earning now anyway. I probably get sort of shares in the company. We're still talking about this, and that will, give me more money to go to that island. Because the one thing is, we don't know everything what's going on, and we're not that smart. We may think that, oh, do this, and have that path straight, but life is the life. It just kicks you a bit, and you just follow the. There's no river that goes straight. All the rivers curve and go there, but they still go to that sea. Wherever way they go, and we have to go with the flow of the life. That's where the law of attraction is. You go, you let it go, and it just flow. And that journey is the beautiful journey. That journey you have to embrace and be happy about, because it's that about sort of being in the state of happiness and happy journey. The end, it's, you may go there and you will be not. They are not happy after a week getting it, because they never been happy before, and that's where you have to be happy. You have to dream big and be happy about it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And I liked your vision when you were young, that you knew what you wanted to do, and that is what I want to help with a lot of people, who are studying maybe at the moment, that forget about the money,
Yeah.
Find something that you enjoy doing. Okay. If you just chase the money, you're never really going to be happy. You're not. You got to find something that you enjoy doing. And I can see that you, when you were younger, you enjoyed wood. You enjoyed working with wood.
I must tell you, because when in my age, sort of when I was young, there was money in there, sort of thinking about you have to go somewhere because you need to earn money. But the most why I wanted to be a carpenter, because my dad is a mechanic, and I I spent my young age in with cars too, and one thing I didn't like is the smell of my hands after work, because you in that oil and that oil have some sort of specific nice smell to it if you like it, but your hands get very dirty and all this. With wood, it's a bit different. The smell is beautiful, and when you spend whole day in workshop operating with soft wood, you smell really really nice, and like in the forest, and that's where my dream, my sort of yes my dream, my decision to become a carpenter was because of the smell, not because of the money, because I like it as a smell, and I like to uh, create something with my hands, and that was my drive for it.
Yeah, but that is so important because a lot of pressure in nowadays in school and parents and everything is money driven. The whole TV and everything. But if people can just focus on what they enjoy doing, the money will come. The money will come because when you actually enjoy doing something, it's effortless.
Yeah.
So that's what I want people to understand, that they must follow their dreams,
Yeah.
and do something that you're passionate about. And if you
How,
do that,
yeah. What
you're never too young. You never go for
yeah.
it.
Yeah, sorry, I think we have some internet problem because
It is a bit lagging, but that's okay.
yeah, yeah. What I was trying to say is, as law of attractions and Esther Hicks or Abraham, what they say is, when you think about money, you most likely feeling lack of it, then you are not
Yeah.
happy. And what he said, what they say is, be happy. And when you're in the state of happy or doing something that you like doing it, money must follow.
Yeah.
Simple as
That's it.
that.
Simple as that.
Because, I must say that in London is really a specific place. There is lots of people, because there is lots of money in London. There is lots of work where you can earn good money. And when people come over here, and I will talk about the carpenters on the building side, because I know what I'm talking about, because I'm a carpenter, and they come over to England and they start working on a building site as a labor, and then they have a friend who is sort of carpenter, and they see how much money he earns. Then they become sort of, they help him to doing the stuff, and they buy a few tools, and they say, okay, I'm carpenter. Now they earn twice amount as they earn as a labor. And there's a time where they are left alone as a carpenter, and they know nothing. They may know how to put the doors, but there is the problem with to putting the windows. And they do some sort of carpentry work, but they are not carpenters, not with their soul, their heart. And they are on the low carpentry pay, not the high carpentry pay. The some of them, when they put their heart, and it's the willingness to learn, willingness to accept change. Because there was the 1 week I remember on the building side where I was the manager. I We went to agency to bring the carpenters, and I fired 10 carpenters in 5 days. I don't like to do it. I never like, but I think 3 of them resigned in 5 minutes when I told them what needs to be done. And to be honest, it was small shattering for the stairs. I think it was 4 or 5 concrete steps, and they need to do the shatter. They didn't know how to do it, but they called themselves carpenters. And the first thing, the one guy, the first what he said, oh, you want me to do the shutter, you have to pay more, you have to pay me more. And I was like, okay, but that shutter will take you half a day, and then the rest you will do, put the walls up, partitions, all that stuff. But I need this bit to be done, and then we can do current. But the first thing what he said was money, and I said, okay, go home, because there is no point to talk. If someone is not willing to do the job, the money will not follow. Because if he will do the job and you will do good job, he will stay in that company probably and earn good money, because they do pay good money. But he didn't. And what's happening is those people work for agency all the time because they are not good. Because when you are good, that business owner, whoever owns or site manager will spot you, and they will take you, from the agency. Of course, everything is legal because you talk to agency, take you on board of the company, and you have permanent job. But if you don't do the work, you just follow the money, or you want just the money, that's what you will be. You will be working just for money for agency, which means you never know where you work next day, and you have to all travel all over the place, and you get the most crappy jobs out there.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. If you just work for the money, you keep on going around in circles.
Yeah.
If you work for the passion and the love of it,
you spiral. You go like that. You circle, but you go bigger and bigger.
Bigger. Yeah, it's a big.
You go like this and bigger, and the path is great.
Great. It's a bigger difference. I mean, that's what happened to you, because you worked for somebody. They liked what you did. They liked your attitude towards the work, and now that you've got an opportunity to run a big shop.
But
so I want to wrap it up. I want to wrap this law of attraction hangout up. So maybe Jacob, give your last tip.
Yeah, the last tip, because I remember one thing. You said that I work for them, they like me, and the one thing is I resigned from that job because I didn't like one of the bosses. And I said, listen, I will not work for you guys anymore. And after 2 years, they wanted a joinery shop, and their first thought was about me. It's not, I'm not bragging about how great I am, but is when you put your soul and your passion, what you do, and you're good about it, that's how people will remember you. And I go back and I will work with them, but that other boss is not with them anymore. That's why I said yes. But that's, you see, I resigned from work, from job, from them, and they still want me because of the passion. Because of the passion, and not because I want money. It's because of the passion. If I just want the money, then I will be not there. That's it. Be passionate on what you do or what you're choosing to do, and also don't afraid to change. If after 20 years didn't work something, because you choose because parents or someone else told you to do it, and you want to change, you always can change. Even when you are 60, you can change. And follow your heart. That's the best advice I think I heard before. Follow your heart. Do whatever you want. If you're 20, 40, or 60, or 80, change what, if you don't like it, change it. And I think it's simple when you're retired in 60, 67 now, and then you can do whatever you want, isn't it? Why not to follow your heart?
Yeah, well, I have to applaud that. Give yourself some applause there.
Okay. Which one? Okay, I will do this.
Well, guys, that was good. I'm gonna give my tip as don't think about the money. Do what you enjoy doing, and the money will flow. Have fun. Have gratitude in your heart. Believe in yourself, because you can do it, and I believe in you, and you've got what it takes. Okay, guys, have a fantastic evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Myself and Jacob, we've been enjoying doing this Law of Attraction Hangouts.
Enormous.
And have a great evening wherever you are, and good night, goodbye.
All right, good night.
One sec.
Yeah, we're still live.
I know my screen.